Good morning to all. Today we are going to discuss about the Unit 2 book back exercises. So first to choose the correct answer. An aqueous solution of borax is basic. Option C. So boric acid is an acid because its molecule accepts OH minus from water and then releasing proton. So option D. So which among the following is not a borane? So B3H6. Option B. So which of the following metals have the largest abundance in the earth crust? So option A, aluminium. So fifth, in borane, the number of electrons that accounts for banana bond is. So option C, 4. So the element that does not show catenation among the following p block element is option C, lead. So carbon atoms in fullerene with the formula C60 have sp2 hybridized. So option C. So oxidation state of carbon in its hydrates is option A +4. So the basic structural units of silicate is SiO4 4 minus. So the repeating unit of silicon is option B. So which of these is not a monomer for a high molecular mass silicon polymer? So option A, Me3SiCl. So which of the following is not sp2 hybridized? So option D, dry ice. Question number 13. The geometry at which carbon atom in diamond are bonded to each other is tetrahedral. So next question number 14. Which of the following statement is not correct? So option D, feldspar is not aluminum silicate. So next question number 15. AlF3 is soluble in HF only in presence of Kf. It's due to the formation of K3AlF3. So option B. So next question number 16. So the formula of the compound they are asking in that question. So that so for borazole, that the option is 2. So boric acid option is 1. So and then quartz option is 4. So and then borax option is 3. So next question number 17. Duralumin is an alloy of aluminium, copper, manganese and Mg. So option D. So next question number 18. Thermodynamically, the most stable form of carbon is graphite. Option B. The compound that is used in nuclear reactors as protective shields and control rods is metal borides. So option A. So the stability of +1 oxidation state increases in the sequence. So option A. Tl is tellurium. So the stability of +1 oxidation state increases in the sequence. So here Tl is tellurium, In is indium, Ga is gallium and Al is aluminium. So next answer the following questions. First one, write a short note on anomalous properties of the first element of P block. So you, for answer you need to refer page number 28. So under the 2.15. So from the line in P block to that second paragraph, third line. So up to that you need to mark in your book. So next, describe briefly allotrophism in P block elements with specific reference to carbon. So for answer you need to refer under the topic allotrophism, that is page number 30. So 2.17, first 3 lines. So and then allotrophs of carbon also we need to write. So allotrophs of carbon is in 2.34. Is in page number 41 to page number 43. First paragraph. So up to that line, crystal lattice. So next, uses of the borax. So For answer, we need to refer page number 34 under 2.24. So under the topic uses of borax. So 3 points is there. So you need to read all the 3 points. So next, what is catenation? So describe briefly the catenation property of carbon. So for answer, you need to refer page number 41, 2.33. So under the topic catenation, tendency of catenation. So full paragraph you need to read. So next one is write a note on Fischer-Tropsch synthesis. So for answer, we need to refer page number 44. So under the content 2.35, Fischer-Tropsch synthesis. So full paragraph you need to mark for this question. So on the structure of CO and CO2. So the CO structure is in page number 44. So and then CO2 structure is in page number 45. So and then next uses of silicones. So for answer, you need to refer page number 48, third paragraph. So third paragraph uses is there. So full uses you need to mark. So all the points you need to read for that uses of silicones. So next, describe the structure of diborane. So an answer is in page number 37. So under the content structure of diborane. So you need to mark the full paragraph. So next, write a note on hydroboration. So the answer is in page number 37. So under the topic hydroboration. So give one examples for each of the following icogens. So example is boron, tetragen, so that is carbon, prectogen, that is nitrogen, chalcogen, so that example is boron, oxygen. So write a note on metallic nature of the p block elements. So for answer, you need to refer page number 28 and 29. So that it starts under the topic metallic nature, first line to that page number 29, first paragraph, last line. So up to that you need to mark. So and then equation they are given, the left hand side they will given. So right hand side we need to complete the answer. So first BOH3, that the name of that compound is boric acid. So boric acid reacts with NH3 is ammonia. So we are heating this compound means we are getting the boron nitrate and water. So next second one Na2B4O7, that is borax. So H2SO4 sulfuric acid, H2O water. So we are reacting we are adding everything means we are getting Na2SO4, that is sodium sulfate, and H3BO3, that is boric acid. So next B2H6, that is diborane, reacts with alkali and water means, so we are getting the, so here what alkali we are taking here, sodium hydroxide. So reacting means we are getting, so Na, so Na inside that square bracket we are writing B into OH4, that is sodium metaborate. So and then next B2H6, that is diborane, reacts with the CH3OH, that is methanol, gives the BOHOCH3 thrice, that is trimethyl borate, and the water molecule. So BF3 is boron trifluoride, reacts with water, gives the H3BO3, that is boric acid. So and then HCOOH, that is formic acid, reacts with H2SO4, that is sulfuric acid, means it gives the CO. CO is carbon monoxide, H2O and H2SO4. So SaCl4, that is silicon tetrachloride, reacts with ammonia. So this process we are calling it as the ammonia lysis. So we are heating this compound at 330 Kelvin means, so we are getting the chlorosilane. So the name of the product is chlorosilane. So next SaCl4, silicon tetrachloride, reacts with ethyl alcohol means, so we are getting the tetraethoxy. Why we are calling it as tetra? 4 molecule is there. So we are calling it as the tetraethoxysilane and the hydrochloric acid. So and then next boron plus NaOH. So boron reacts with NaOH, gives the Na3BO3, that is sodium borate. So next H4B2O7, that is tetraboride. So we are heating that tetraboride means we are getting B2O3, that is boric anhydride. So why we are calling it as anhydride? So because the water molecule is removed from that compound. So we are getting the boric anhydride. So next question number 15. How will you identify the borate radical? So for answer, we need to refer page number 35. So under the topic ethyl borate test. So you need to read the full paragraph. So and then write a note on zeolites. So for answer, we need to refer page number 50 and 51. So under the topic zeolites. So from the zeolites, it started up to that page number 51, second paragraph, last line. So next, how will you convert boric acid to boron nitride? So for answer, you need to refer page number 35. So under the topic action of ammonia. So next question number 18. So a hydrate of second period alkali metal A on reaction with compound of boron B to give a reducing agent C. So identify A, B and C. So the compound A is the sodium hydrate. When sodium hydrate reacts with the boron trifluoride, it gives the B2H6. So the B2H6 is diborane. So diborane is used as the reducing agent in the organic chemistry. So the compound A is sodium hydrate. So compound B is boron trifluoride. Compound C is diborane. So next question number 19. A double salt which contains fourth period alkali metal A on heating at 500 Kelvin gives compound B. So compound B is in aqueous solution, so which gives white precipitate with the barium chloride. So and gives a red color compound with the alizarin. So identify A and B. So K2SO4, Al2SO4 dot 24H2O. So the name of the compound is potash alum. So when potash alum we are heating at 500 Kelvin means, so we are getting the K2SO4 dot Al2SO4 thrice. So the name of the compound is burnt alum. So from that from the potash alum, water molecules are removed. So and then what is given in the question? So the compound B gives white precipitate with barium chloride. So in the compound B, sulfate, potassium, aluminum ion and the sulfate ion. So separate all the ions are there. So when we are reacting with the barium chloride, the sulfate ion present in the burnt alum reacting with the barium chloride forms the barium sulfate. So the color of the barium sulfate is white color. So we are getting the white precipitate. Precipitate means that the product is settled down. So and it gives the red color. So aluminum ion present in the burnt alum reacts with the alizarin compound. It gives the red color. So the product is in red color. So next question number 20. Carbon monoxide is a reducing agent. Justify with an example. So when you are adding carbon monoxide with metal oxide means, so the metal oxide is changed into the metal. So here carbon monoxide react with iron oxide, it changes into iron. So next you evaluate yourself. So why 18 group elements are called inert gases? Write the electronic configuration of group 18 elements. So the elements of group 18 have completely filled S and P orbitals. So that 18 group fully, the 18 group means helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon. So all the elements having completely filled orbitals. Both the S orbital and the P orbital are completely filled. So hence they are more stable. So and have least reactivity. So already that orbitals are completely filled. So it will not accept any electrons from the other compounds. So we are calling it as the inert gases. So therefore group 18 elements are called inert gases. So NS2 NP6 is the general electronic configuration of 18 group elements.